Hello? Robert, how are you? Were you on my site just now? They were having some problems. I don't know what the problem is. Are you watching this on a phone or a computer, Robert? You're watching on a phone. I don't know what the problem was. Hoist, are you watching this on a phone or are you watching it on a computer? The phone's work, but it's not going to give you the full worth of it. Do you have a computer, Robert? Or you're on a phone? Is it working okay? Is it working okay? I guess. Marcio. All right. We were just talking about the three-stroke rough. Do you have the sheets on the three-stroke rough, Hoist? And Robert? Marcio, do you have it? Marcio, put your email in there, please. It's so hard to do this, man, when I don't get any response. Yeah, all right. A laptop is fine. It's a if you're hitting Wi-Fi, that's Q. That's Q. You're on a computer, so everything is okay. How about you, Marcio? All right. Do you have the sheet on the three-stroke rough and the four-stroke rough? Ay, boonga. You have the sheet, Hoist and Robert and Marcio, Mr. Israel. All right. You know what? Oh, this is so hard. You have the sheets, Robert, on the three-stroke rough and the four-stroke rough. Were you here for that lesson? All right, three-stroke rough. 3/4 notes, that's the first one, and a quarter note rest in the first measure. On the third quarter note, you have an accent. All right, it's okay now. So you have the three-stroke rough. Now, what I'm doing is I'm building it. I'm showing you on the first two measures what is occurring with the three-stroke rough. All right, what the movement of the hands, the position of the hands, how to get the accent, and how to maintain a consistent sound. So we have the 3/4 notes, but the third quarter note is going to be accented. And on the count of 4, it's a rest. So you have this. Watch. 1, I'm sorry. Now 1 has to be an upstroke. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on, let me see what this is. Hold on a minute, Marcio. Boy, oh boy. 1 second, gentlemen. How about that? 1 second. All right, I got you on the email, Marcio. Thank you. Okay? Hopefully it'll work this time. Now, the three-stroke, I'm sorry, guys. It's just that, this shit drives me crazy. Trying to give a good lesson, it distracts me right from the lesson. So from now on, I'm just going to the lesson. You have any questions, get in the chat, ask me, and I'll try to respond to the questions. Three-stroke rough. The first two measures is in 4/4 time. 4 beats to a measure. Each quarter note receives 1 count or 1 beat. Okay? Now, the first two measures, you have 3 quarter notes and a quarter note rest. Now, the 3 quarter notes that you have with the accent on the last one, that's telling me there's 2 different sounds of that three-stroke rough. And you have to implement the levels. So, I want a lighter stroke on 1, a light stroke on 2, but I want to get in position to nail the accent, the up-and-coming accent. So what we're going to have is this. We're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the movement. All right? I'm not blowing it out of the water here. I'm just showing you what is occurring when you're playing. What is that? When you're playing the three-stroke rough. That's what up, tap, down. Now, if you want to put under the first stroke, up, tap, down. Up, tap, down. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? You too, Ken. Merry Christmas to you. So we understand that now. The reason why we come up is to nail the accent. 2, 3, 4 is the rest. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do we understand that? That's very simple. It's what a three-stroke rough is when it's moving. I'm showing you the movement. The next platform, the second line, you have 2/8 notes and a quarter note. 2/8 notes and a quarter note. Now, the 2/8 notes have to sound the same, and the quarter note is accented. But now the positioning has to change because you're going to hit that last stroke as an accent. So it's still up, tap, down. But the rhythms change. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. 3 and 4. We understand that. So we have the 2 variations. The quarter note, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then the 2/8 notes and the quarter note. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and the third variation. 2/16, okay, and an 1/8 note. The motion's going to be the same, but the rhythm's going to change because you have 2/16 and an 1/8. You have 1 EN, 2 EN, 3 EN, 4 EN. But the motion is the same. It's up, tap, down. So I have 1 EN, First one, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Second one, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 4 and third one, 2/16 and an eighth. 1 E and the 2 E and 3 E and the 4 E and. Now the next movement is 2 grace notes in a quarter note. And that's how you're usually going to see the 3-stroke rough. Now, the thing is, a grace note has no actually, it doesn't hold any value to the pattern. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take those grace notes, okay, and I'm going to make them as close to the quarter note as possible. However, the motion is still the same, okay? It doesn't change if you're going to accent the last stroke of the 3-stroke rough. So now I have the 2 grace notes in the quarter note. The way I learned how to count the 2 grace notes so it sounds even is did-da, did-da, did-da 1. See that, guys? Did-da 1. Like a gallop. Got it? Now, that's 4 different ways to approach the 3-stroke rough. No matter which way you're approaching it, the motion is still the same because you're nailing that accent on the last stroke. Do we understand that? Now, the next one is what I want to do is give you a 3-stroke rough single paradiddle. All right, so now we're going to have a 3-stroke rough attached to a paradiddle. Now, when I teach you paradiddle, when you're playing paradiddle, there's a motion that occurs. Down, up, tap, tap, down. Now, that motion does not exist anymore when I tag a 3-stroke rough in front of the paradiddle. It's going to be did-da 1, 2, 3, 4. Do we understand that, gentlemen? Yes, no, maybe, hello, Robert, Hoist, Marcio, Ken. Do we understand it? Any questions? I'm not going to hit the 4-stroke rough tonight. Just the 3-stroke rough, the 1, 2, 3, 4 platforms, and then, who's this? Yes, you got it. Who's DK? Hello, DK, who are you? All right. Now, what it is, you probably never use it. I more or less use the 4-stroke rough a lot. Now, like I said, I'm working on some drum set applications with all these 40 different rudiments. And it's going to be a lot of fun. And I'm going to give you my approach and my the way I would play it. Okay, but by you doing that, you'll understand how to read better, how to apply the rudiments, and create your own movements. DK, you're a newbie. Uh-oh. Okay, guys, let's get him. He's a newbie. Well, anyway, Merry Christmas. And let me put my email there so you can get on my mailing list. I'll give you the times and locations of the broadcast, and plus you'll get PDFs. So here, you email me. Okay? You're a girl. Okay, so what? You're a drummer. I don't think about, if you're a girl or a guy or whatever. We had some issues the other day in one of the art of drumming groups that I operate. Okay, and it was about a female drummer. A female drummer posted something, and one of the guys, I guess, was hitting on her, which I think is totally unprofessional in an environment like that. I mean, a guy's going to hit on a girl's going to hit on a guy, period. That's human nature. Okay? However, that really kind of pissed me off. What really does piss me off is you're a musician, you're a drummer, whether you're male or female or whatever else they got going on in life now with all these goofy sex things and whatever. But, when somebody says, I'm a gospel drummer, I'm a heavy metal drummer, I'm a funk drummer, that's bullshit. You're a drummer, and you should be able to play funk, heavy metal, jazz, or whatever. And there's one guy who's an administrator on the group. His name is John Berger. And I want to tell you, man, I admire that guy. He's a good friend of mine. He comes here, does a couple shows. But he is a show drummer. He plays classical music. He plays heavy metal. He plays rock. He plays fusion. He plays jazz. And he does it all so well. So, because that pissed me off so much, what I did, I have a few friends, girls that are drummers, and I'm going to have maybe two female drummers here one day when I get both of them together doing a broadcast. And we're going to talk about all of this, about, you go for an audition and there's 4 drummers there. There's 3 male drummers and 1 female drummer. And the female, not that who's a better drummer here, but she kind of feels intimidated because the people who are auditioning her, okay, are like, it's a girl. That pisses me off. There are some great, great girl drummers, but how can you have a good-looking woman playing drums, you're going to say, wow, that's good looking. But I don't do that. I mean, I'm a musician. And I listen to them drumming. So that shit's got to go away. You're a drummer, and you play music, and you're here to share your ideas and learn more to go further and become a better drummer. And that's what all the groups are about. You're going to discuss different concepts, different approaches, and different musics. What the hell's the difference if you're a girl or a guy? I mean, if you're sitting there playing drums in a bikini and, sure as a guy's going to look, why not? But why the hell sitting there in a bikini? Because it's hot? That doesn't matter. I mean, that's irrelevant. But it's just, guys, you got to calm down. Not the guys here, but the guys on the group have to calm down. They see a girl right away, they're hitting on her. Does that make any sense? DK, where are you from? And how long have you been playing? And I don't know if you do Facebook, but there's all the art of drumming groups. The Stick Control book, the Joe Morello book, the Shafee book, so on and so forth. Tell me where you're from and how long you've been playing, who have you studied with, and what music do you like to play? I didn't say, what music do you play? I said, what music you like to play. But if somebody called you up to do a church gig, or a jazz gig, or a rock gig, I'm sure that you're capable. Or if not, you're learning how to become capable. Now, when I was in the Army band, that was a million years ago, I used to play funerals. Does that mean I'm a funeral drummer? I used to play big band. I used to play rock bands, fusion bands, jazz bands. You're from Boston. Okay, good place. I was up there at the Zildjian Company in Boston, in Massachusetts. I think it was Quincy, near Quincy. All right, and how long have you been playing there, young lady? Or DK? You're a studio player, mercy. Maybe you could come and do a lesson. Are you on Facebook? Get into the groups, join the groups. All the art of drumming groups. Guys, am I talking okay for you guys? Am I making sense to you? You agree? There you go, DK. Good attitude. Now that I respect. If you're on Facebook, come to here, and I'll walk you around. I'll show you. I'll give you one group as long as you're getting paid. Okay, join one of the groups, and I'll enter you into the other groups, all right? Just put in where the search when you're on Facebook, The Art of Drumming. And you go as DK, or who else do you go as? Is that your name on Facebook, so I know? Okay, guys, what do you think about that? The attitude. What I just laid down. Is that okay with you? Guys? Now, these broadcasts are in 2 locations there, DK, all right? I try to go on my site this tonight. Usually 7 p.m. is on my site. For now, they're free, and the YouTube is free. YouTube is 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and 7 p.m. is on my site. What are you not on show media? You're not on Facebook? Social media? All right. Well, you have my email. It's okay, Robert? All right. Tomorrow afternoon, 1 p.m. No, I'm not going to do any talking. I'm going to be doing some jazz patterns, some soloing, phrasing, whatever. We'll come up with something. I don't know about tomorrow night, but tomorrow afternoon, 1 p.m., this channel. Okay? And DK, join, get on the social media. There's a lot of things going on in the Art of Drumming. There's like 94,000 members. Some are still act like idiots, and I have to, remove them. Okay? Anyway, Robert, do you have any questions? Hoist, do you have any questions? Anybody else? Where'd everybody go? Marcio, do you have any questions? Okay? Now I'm going to go back to work on the 40 rudiments breakdown and then the drum set application. And I'm going to do about 10 pages of actual one surface applications. Okay, 1 o'clock, all right? No questions? How about you, Hoist and Marcio? Marcio, I have your email now. And if you want to get on, DK, if you want to get on my mailing list, I did put my email, can you see my email in the chat there? You need to email me, and I will send you the times and locations each week, all right, and some PDFs. Okay, DK? The other guys are on my mailing list. They know what we're doing here. All right, so I'm going to sign off now. Oh, it's hot in here. No questions, no questions. Marcia, do you have any questions? You see my email, right, DK? All right. Anyway, time for me to get something to eat and then back to work. Oh, Lordy, Lord. Guys, have a wonderful rest of the night. And again, Merry Christmas.